Okay, so I mean, Bogdanovich is clearly going to try and angle Zach LaVine to have to come this way. This is where he wants the drop coverage to be. Well, this big then has to know that and come over and be in this drop coverage area, which he's not. We have a turnover right here. Stop. So if you're Jaden Ivey, like, you have to be sprinting back the entire way. Jaden Ivey just is not doing that. See, this is a problem right here. Like, this is, you're backpedaling now and you have no chance of guarding the basketball. Hey, Jalen Duren's in drop coverage here. He's going to have to get his feet set in a defensive stance. Remember, you got to be able to guard the ball and slide over to Vucevic. Like, you look at this. You're not in a defensive stance. You're backpedaling. You have no chance of being... Cannot do this if you're Bogdanovich. You can see him feeling out this Bulls player's screen. You can't do that. Guard one-on-one. If this player comes off the screen, then the ball screen defense begins. But you're already trying to defend a screen that's never set, and this player never comes off the screen. So now you're just cooked. Corey Joseph cannot guard the basketball right here, okay? This player's going to have to take the ball, all right? Corey Joseph's not going to be able to get over and guard the ball. So Corey Joseph's going to have to guard here, okay? Or Bogdanovich can go here and you can go here. You can't, but Corey Joseph, you're backpedaling. This is not working. Can't do this if you're Corey Joseph. You cannot be feeling out a screen early. You're anticipating a screen, so you're going to get beat the other way. Pistons player's not going to be able to guard the ball. I mean, he's backpedaling. This is ridiculous. Stop. So if you're Corey Joseph, you got to know this. This player's got to play on this player's side right here. Corey Joseph's going to have to get in the gaps here, okay? If your feet are set, you're in a defensive stance, and Zach LaVine comes this way, you can stunt. Without moving your feet are set, you're going to be able to recover, and there'll be no three-pointers given up. But this player trying to play one-on-one right now is not constructive for the Pistons defense. Okay, Corey Joseph does not need to be in backside help right now. Look at this. You're in the middle of the court. This player hasn't even begun to roll yet. So now you're just out of position, and you're not going to get to the corner in time. I mean, if you're Marvin Bagley and you're in drop coverage, you got to get your feet set. You got to be in a defensive stance right here because you got to guard the ball. You got to be able to guard both. Like, you can't just guard one here. Like, you got to be able to guard the ball and also slide over. Well, you're not really able to do anything right now. You're not guarding the ball, and if this pass was made, you wouldn't be able to slide over. So that's not really helpful. Okay, if you're in drop coverage, you cannot just all of a sudden switch in the middle. Like, the Pistons are clearly in drop coverage here. So this player's got to continue to go towards the ball. Like, you can't just say, never mind, I'm going to switch. Well, Marvin Bagley wasn't ready to switch. Okay, so Saddiq Bey is about to double the post. It takes him a while, but he ends up doing it. But you can't just do it randomly. Like, if you're going to double the post, then this player's got to know this because he's got to be the one that rotates here, okay? And then this Pistons player would rotate here, and then he would have to come here. But you can't double the post without a rotation. It's just not possible. Yeah, I mean, Rodney McGruder right here has got to get over the top of this screen. Like, it looks like Rodney McGruder is surprised about this. Like, you got to avoid this screen. Go over the top. Like, you can't just go clank right into the screen because now it's going to take you too long to get over the top. This player is going to be backpedaling on Zach LaVine. You're not going to be able to guard Zach LaVine that way. You're just not. So you got to play on it, get up and play on his side. You have a defender coming here to help. So force him into this help. Like, you trying now to guard one-on-one with your backpedaling is not effective. I mean, the shot goes up. I mean, these Pistons players have got to box out here. There's just no boxing out going on. That doesn't really get the job done. So if you're in drop coverage, Jalen Duren has got to get his feet set in a defensive stance. You got to be able to guard the ball and Vucevic. When your feet are not set and you're not in a defensive stance and you're backpedaling, you're not able to guard either. Because if this pass was made, you'd never be able to slide over. So you're 0 for 2. Bad closeout from Bogdanovich. You got to get over. You got to guard the ball. Like, you can't look at this gamble. Like, come on. Are you going to be able to guard the ball? No. DeRozan's posting you up. You have got to make contact with DeRozan, like, as soon as he starts to back you down. Like, right now, you should be up making contact, battling for position. You cannot rest. Because look at this, you're resting right now. So DeRozan's going to make contact with you. That's going to get you flying backwards. Now you're out of position. I mean, you can see Jalen Duren being disappointed here. You got to be disappointed during a dead ball. This is a live ball. You need to sprint back. Like, this is not the effort level you're looking for right here. Why are you not sprinting? You should be up here. So now this player can stay here. This player can guard the ball, and we're all good. but that isn't even close to what's happening. DeRozan's going up with the shot. Stop. This Pistons player right here has got to get into Andre Drummond's jersey. You got to use the lower half of your body. You got to move him out. That's how you box out. This is not boxing out. Drummond's moving you. Again, the Pistons drop coverage. You have to have your feet set. You got to be in a defensive stance. You got to be able to guard the ball. If you're just backpedaling here, this isn't being able to guard the ball. I mean, if this Pistons player is coming to double DeRozan right here, stop. Your back line's got to be ready. This player's got to slide in here. This pass cannot get made. I mean, you have to get your feet set. You have to be in a defensive stance. If you backpedal, look what happens. So you're backpedaling now. See, look you're backpedaling here while this player is coming off a screen this way. So that isn't really effective. So you are defending DeMar DeRozan in the post right here. But when he turns here, okay, he's turning right now. You got to now get in a defensive stance with your feet set. Like, look at this right here. You're still guarding him like he's posting up. Your hands on him. You're never going to be able to slide your feet. He's facing you up now. And, you got to sprint back here. You got to get your feet set. You got to be in a defensive stance. If you're just going to backpedal on Zach LaVine, stop. Then you can't guard one-on-one. You need to get on his side and force him into help here. Yeah. Cannot be serious trying to go under this screen. There is so much space to go over. You're going way too far under here. Way too far under. Again, Bogdanovic is backpedaling. He has zero chance of guarding Zach LaVine. Now, this Pistons player is coming up to double. Now, he should say something so that Bogdanovic knows. And Bogdanovic should already be doing this, but play on his side. Force him into this double. You're going to get beat if you just try and defend him one-on-one. If this player is leaving to trap, in unison with this player trapping, this player who we can't see yet that's in the corner has got to come up here. Because the man in the corner is 2 passes away. Alex Caruso is 1 pass away. That's what you're worried about when you trap. But once this pass to Caruso gets made because no one's moved, now everybody's 1 pass away. I mean, obviously you have to stay connected to your man. When he's setting a screen, you cannot guess where the screen is. Look at this. Jaden Ivey thinks the screen is coming here. Well, it's not happening. The screen is coming this way, and that is not good for anyone.